What's up, guys? Back with another video. Alright, as you can see, we have the patch notes. So this is gonna be my first time looking over them, so we're gonna get started with this. Alright, so it says the story of the invasion of the demonic horde led by the Goblin Queen and the X-Men members trying to stop it begins. Will this world in turmoil be able to regain peace? We introduce the January update in the celebration of the addition of the Goblin Queen theme. Cyclops, who has endured many battles with this blast ability, has received Tier 4. Havoc, a superhero who releases plasma with his entire body, and Madeline Pryor, the hatred-filled Goblin Queen, who has been newly added with the powers of Tier 3. Also, Exodus, who gains strength from the trust of those around him, and Hope Summers, who absorbs and uses the abilities of all mutants, have newly joined the world of Marvel Future Fight. Alright, so as you can see, we get the new Epic Quest and new Urus. Alright, so we got 4 new heroes. Alright, so let's get started. We have my boy Havoc, the younger brother of Cyclops. He's a blast superhero male mutant. Alright, and his leadership is to all allies, 50% energy attack. His Tier 2 passive gives him 40% skill damage, 20% bonus damage, decrease damage received by 35%. His 4-star passive gives him super armor, which is good. 10% chance to absorb energy damage, okay. And all basket attack increased by 5%. Okay, his first skill is just an energy attack. Second skill, he has paralysis. Third, he has a stun, snare, incapacitation, 30% heal, and a 1.1 accumulation, which is pretty good. Fourth skill is a iframe ignore, silence, incapacitation, paralysis, 25% penetration, and a 50-30 frenzy buff. Alright, and the fifth skill has snare, damage immunity, and another 50-40 frenzy buff. Okay, so he does have iframe ignore, but at Tier 3, not gonna affect PvP that much because of the Tier 4s. So, like I said in my other video, maybe Alliance Otherworld Battle. So we just have to wait and see. Alright, now let's see Exodus, which is Universal Superhero Mutant Male, which he's the first Universal mutant. Alright, to get him is the 30 X genes, the store. And he's also a friend of the Epic Quest. You can get him through the Ally Shifter. Alright, so you can definitely get him for free. Alright, so his leadership is to mutant allies. Alright, increases all basic attack. When there's one ally in battle, it's 30, and then it goes up to 50 if you have all 3 mutants. Okay, his Tier 2 passive, he has super armor, and 40-35 skill damage bonus damage, and 25% damage reduction. His 4-star passive to mutants is remove all debuffs for 12 seconds on a 20-second cooldown. First skill is energy attack. Second skill is silence. Third is incapacitation and paralysis with 30% heal also. And he has a barrier. And he has a 50-30 frenzy buff. Fourth skill has silence and paralysis, invincible, and a 100% damage proc. And the fifth has burn, stun, and paralysis, and damage immunity, and a 60-30 all attack, all defense. Alright, so he does have, so he's still stuck at Tier 2. So Shadowland, you have a new character for Shadowland. Alright, so now Hope Summers, she's the first mutant combat female superhero, so kind of feel bad for Nebula, but we'd have to wait and see. Alright, so you can get her if you get the deluxe pack, which is 7,700 crystals, which is really high. Or you could pay the $50 American to get the epic quest. So kind of expensive. Alright, so her leadership applies to all mutants, 30% basic attack, which is and applies to Cable, in which, okay, she increases his attacks by 70%. So it's kind of like Deadpool and Gwenpool, where Deadpool has a leadership for everybody, but it gives off more to Gwenpool. So, okay. Alright, so tier 2 passive, she has guaranteed crit rate. So you can give her a CTP of Rage. She has a 35 skill damage bonus damage. Her 4-star passive increases physical attack and ignore dodge rate by 20%. First skill has stun and silence, and mind control increases basic damage received by 10%. So she does have silence. Second skill has snare and paralysis. Alright, so she has snare and paralysis. Okay. Third skill has burn, shock, and silence. So there you go. She has silence, paralysis, and burn. All three are ABX effects. And she has snare and shock for ABL. Alright. And she has all defense down. 100% chance damage immunity, and increases all basic attack by 65%. Fourth skill has stun and paralysis, a 20% heal, invincible, and a 100% damage proc. Fifth skill has burn, bleed, and a 65-40 frenzy buff. And Madeline Pryor is a blast supervillain female. Alright, so you get her once you unlock everybody from the epic quest. So she's like all the Killman, Gladiator, and all those characters. Alright, her leadership is remove all debuffs. Okay. Tier 2 passive gives all resistance by 50%. Skill damage bonus damage 45%, and a 40% damage reduction. So, okay. 4-star passive, she has 50% chance to penetrate, and she has additional 5% pierce, and super armor all defense. Our first skill is just a mind damage attack. Second skill, she has iframe ignore counter attack, bleed, incapacitation, paralysis, 25% heal, and a damage immunity. Third skill has bleed, decreased recovery rate by 50%, and silence. That's to enemies. And she has a barrier with a 1% accumulation. And the fourth skill has fracture, incapacitation. She has the panic, 20% HP, invincible, and a 50-35 frenzy buff. And the fifth skill has bleed, another decreased recovery rate, incapacitation, paralysis, and increase of all basic attack by 50%. Alright, so she has fracture, panic, silence, and that's it. Alright, so she does have a counter attack, iframe ignore, so we'd have to wait and see what she looks like in PvP. And one new uniform is Rachel Summers, which turns her from Blast to Universal. And her uniform effect gives her a super armor all defense and a 30% damage reduction, which is good. Her leadership applies to Phoenix Force allies, increases mind resistance by 40%, and removes all debuffs. Alright, so you can definitely use her as a leadership, I guess. Tier 2 passive, she has a guaranteed dodge rate by 40%, 35% chance to penetrate, 45-30 skill damage bonus damage. She has stun on the first, burn, snare, paralysis, and a barrier on the second skill. She has stun, fear, snare, all defense down, immunity to all debuffs, and increase fire damage by 50% on the third. Decreases fire resist by 50%, burn, mind control, incapacitation, paralysis, and invincible on the fourth. And she has a V-Pass skill now, which has burn, stun, 30% heal, and a 50-30 frenzy buff, and a damage immunity on the fifth. And Cyclops with the tier 4, which increases additional pierce damage by 5, recovery of HP by 10%. And energy attack increases by 25% every 1 second up to 100%. So, yeah, ain't nobody gonna tier 4 Cyclops. Alright, Havoc and Madeline Prior are the tier 3s in the Epic Quest, where you tier 3 Havoc like Star-Lord during the Epic Quest. So he has burn, and it deals additional 50% fire damage every 1 second. Ignore dodge rate by 80%. 80% chance to penetrate, and invincible, and the 80% damage proc. And then we have Madeline Prior's tier 3. Alright, Queen's Judgment. It has bleed, decreased recovery rate by 50%, snare, paralysis, ignore dodge rate by 80%, invincible, and a 50-50 attack and all basic defense, and it has mind damage, so it does deal damage. Alright, there's Havoc's tier 3. Say it again, where he charges up and he just shoots a beam with his left hand. It's pretty cool. Alright, Madeline Prior calls out the demons while she sits in her chair. And okay, alright. Alright, so the 3 transcendent characters are Rachel Summers, Hope Summers, and Kid Omega. Alright, so which is just generic transcendent. So Kid Omega is getting a transcendent with no uniform. Alright, so we're gonna check it out real quick. Okay. Okay, so, alright, now the new Epic Quest Goblin Queen. Follow the journey of native tier 2 hero Havoc and watch him grow. So Havoc is a native tier 2. Madeline Prior is a native tier 2. Also, that can be acquired by unlocking all the characters: Havoc, Exodus, Rachel Summers, Kid Omega, Cyclops, Cable, and Hope Summers. Alright, and it says Madeline Prior is a native tier 2, which you need Phoenix Feathers and Encron Crystals for the upgrade. Alright, and special awards and exclusive stages benefits will be available through the Epic Quest Deluxe Pack. Alright, so the Deluxe Pack is purchased with crystals, or the special pack is with money, where you get 1,000 crystals and 2,500 VIP points. Alright, and you get Hope Summers 6-star instantly. Alright, so and they're not showing what you get from the bonus. That's what we want to see. Alright. Alright, here we go. Havoc's Battle Armor, if you get the collection bonus, you get a 6-star Mythic Uru. Cable's Plasma Rifle, you get 25 Exodus bios. The Phoenix Force, you get a tier 2 ticket, which should be a mega tier 2. And the Goblin Queen's Magic Circles, 250 Black Antimatter. Yeah. Okay. The new Odin Blessings are Flame, Chill, Lightning, Poison, and Mind. And these are all elemental Odin Blessings. So you have one that increases attack and fire damage, cold damage, lightning, poison, and mind. Which in Rose's case, she can use cold, lightning, and mind. So she can use all 3 of those. Luna could use the cold. Ghost Rider could use the fire. Odin and Thor could use the lightning. And Professor X and Jean Grey or so on can use the mind. Alright, and the enchanted Uru amplifier item has been newly added. When using the enchanted Uru amplifier, 5 enchanted Uru slots of the selected gear will all be amplified. What? Wow, okay. So if you get an amplifier, you can use it instead of just having to gamble all 5 slots. But how do you get it though? The following items can be acquired through Uru combination or at the store Dimension Chest Enchanted Uru. Okay. In which the Odin Blast chance will be over with before this hits anyway. So all the people that was saving up to do this while the Uru combined was open, tough cookies. You have to wait till the next time. Alright, new artifacts. We have Havoc's, which for itself increases basic damage dealt to superhero faction and supervillain faction. So they kind of give him a PvP artifact. Exodus applies to mutant allies, increases max HP by 25%. So he is a support character. Wow. Okay. Hope Summers applies to mutant allies, also increases basic damage dealt to supervillains by 15% and damage reduction by 15%. So she has a support artifact. Malin Prior activates when, okay, she has an undead passive. So, yep, she is for PvP and Otherworld battle when Jean Grey is banned. Alrighty. Okay, and Rachel Summers revives with a 50% of max HP. Also, she has a revive like the Phoenix. Cool. Alright, and Kid Omega increases basic damage dealt to supervillains by 15% and damage reduction by 15%. Alright, so the 2 artifacts that's going to be pretty decent is going to be Malin Prior, obviously, with the undead passive, and Rachel Summer with the revive. So that's kind of cool. Alright, and support artifacts are Exodus and Hope. Alright, so the new future pass we're getting, if you get them, it's going to be Havoc and the Goblin Queen. Alright, and as you can see there, they go right there. And we have Hope Summers and Luna Snow. Okay. Our other improvements, the maximum storage quantity of X-Men growth materials at the inventory has been increased. So they have increased from 6,000 to 9,000. Alright, so you get 3 more thousand. So, alright. Target items of Emcron shards, Phoenix Feather, and Emcron crystals. So they increased the cap from 6,000 to 9,000 now. So that's going to be good. The 4 contribution war heroes will now be available at the store constantly. So you can get them constantly now. Rachel Summers, Negasonic, Teenage Warhead, Professor X, and Abomination. And Timeline Battle game mode has been improved. The auto repeat ending pop-up screen has been improved to display the win. Oh, okay, all right. So that's it. Just auto repeat. All right. And a new setting to enable or disable auto repeat when battle mode rewards cannot be claimed anymore has been added to the arena category. All right. And the purchase method of battle pass levels of future pass and Otherworld battle pass have been improved. Okay. The uniform store filtering, which is, we did not need this. It's garbage. Hero growth item, including rank up tickets, type enhancement tickets, and more, has been changed to be available to sell. Oh, dang. Okay. All right. So we could sell the 1-star type enhancement tickets. Thank God. Alright, so if you have a lot of type 1 type enhancement tickets from a combining story mode fragments, now you can sell them. Alright, so and the rank up tickets, you just keep those. You don't gotta really sell them, but the type enhancement tickets, yes, the 1 to 3 stars are getting sold quick. Alright, the upgrade notification pop-up screen has been improved. Okay. After purchasing an item from the battlefield shop at Otherworld Battle, the animation has been improved not to display when tapping the deactivate button. Okay. When using the tier 4 striker skill, the target of the enemy changing when the striker appears has been improved. The modeling of Ultron and Nick Fury's tier 3. Oh, okay. Alright. Items acquired beyond the maximum limit as rewards have been improved to be sent to inbox when progressing through epic quest stages. Okay, so even if you're capped, you still get the like Phoenix feathers or whatever. If you're capped out, you'll still get them in your inbox. The character overview information has been improved. Also, game fixes. Chapter 1 of Ant-Man the Wasp has been fixed. The appearance of Spider-Gwen not displaying correctly when purchased. Okay. The details of the Ash ability Fisk after skill of Iron Man in-game. Okay, don't nobody care about in-game. And other improvements. Alright, so alright, that's one thing we need to get rid of them type enhancement tickets. The uniform sifting changes we did not need. Okay, got auto repeat now for timeline battle where the screen pops up. They did increase the cap on mutant materials. Alright, Malin Prior and Rachel Summers artifacts are kind of a must if you take them into especially Malin Prior if you take her into PvP. Let's see. The Uru Amplifier, we'll have to wait and see how you get that. And you can stack them. Okay, alright, so pretty cool. The Odin Blessings right here. I'll wait for the next Odin Blessing chance up to try to get those, because they'll definitely be in the shop. So have to wait and see how much that cost. The collection rewards are trash. The epic quest itself, like I said, is going to be 7,700 crystals to unlock the Sinister Scheme mission, or you could pay $50 and acquire another 1,000 crystals, and you can still get Hope Summers and all that. And you can get Rachel, Professor X, all the Danger Room characters. You can get them instantly in the store after the update goes live. Havoc is the native tier 2, just like you have to build them up like Star-Lord. So yeah, that's the patch notes. That is the patch notes. Alright, so looks like Malin Prior will be taking over for Jean in PvP or Otherworld Battle when she's banned. So y'all guys let me know what y'all think of the patch notes. Hit me in the comment box down below. Let me know what y'all guys think. And we are just getting one new uniform, so that's really good so far. But the rest is the epic quest. So y'all let me know what y'all guys think. Smash that like button, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.